Order, please. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right.
Can ask Allison.
All right, Mr. Ayer.
Yeah, I'm here.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Here.
Dr. Lewis.
Here.
Mrs. Stock.
Here.
Mr. Van Stone. Here. Mrs. Wells.
Here.
All right. All right, any question regarding the minutes from last?
We're going to do that. We're going to do this after roll call. When I had to-
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, just say she's not going to come in.
No. I thought we were going to do this after roll call, so that they could leave.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, okay. Been a little shuffling of the schedule here. We're going to get you all up so that you don't have to stick around for what will ordinarily be, it will be a very exciting meeting. So if you wish to stay, you can. But if not,
They all are.
all right. So we have, who do we have here?
Want to go ahead and do the minutes?
Well, no, the minutes they'll keep. Who's Mary Jo? You're Mary Jo?
No, Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, she couldn't come. Well, someone please get up and identify yourself and tell us why you're here. I know who you are.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Harkemeyer, and I am the chairperson for the America 250 project that the Mariemont Daughters of the American Revolution chapter is doing. And we would like to gift an America 250 State of Ohio flag to the village of Mariemont.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Either you can hang it inside or fly it outside. And you are the very first community that we are giving this flag to. We're going
Wow.
to be
Oh, that's
giving
great.
flags
Yeah.
to different
Oh, that's
communities
Great.
throughout this area.
Okay.
So you will be the first. So
Okay. Is the flag, I mean, it's a standard American flag, or is there any difference to
It's
it?
the state of Ohio.
Oh, state of Ohio. Okay.
Pennant.
Great. Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Let's,
Have a picture of you.
sure.
Don't get me in it.
Photo bomb. Yeah, it's always Ed.
Camera won't take.
There's already someone.
Yep.
Oh, good idea.
All right.
Then
All right.
we would like a picture of the mayor and us ladies. And this is what it looks
All right. Well, let me come around.
like.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it's just celebrating our.
I'm not wonderful at picture taking, but you want me to try?
250th
Oh, that's
anniversary.
fantastic. Yeah, that's great.
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna push you right back into it. I'm pushing you into it.
You can hold that. All right.
Everybody. Here it's-
Yeah.
I think that's good. Joni, scoot over just a little. Yep, perfect.
We don't want you in the picture.
And Ed, if you can move over just a little bit. There we go. Oh, Joni, now I can see you totally. Scoot all the way.
Oh,
All right, you can crop.
Gosh.
Too. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Take a few. Okay, I think I did.
All right.
Check and make sure you like that.
No, I can't thank you guys enough. This is fantastic.
Where are we hanging?
Flying it out there, we have very close.
250 communities, and we're the very first.
Put it outside?
Wow, how'd you pick us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, later, archive it,
Yeah.
So how did you select Mariemont?
We are from Mariemont.
Oh,
Our
okay.
chapter is from Mariemont. and
Oh, nice.
We are 95 years old.
You look really good for that.
Yeah, I would never guess that. How many members do you have in your chapter?
We have about 76 members, and we are, how old? 1930 is
1930.
So the birthday we were just talking about.
It was
And
last
then,
year.
And the founder was, we can't think of her name, but a member of our DAR, Jamie Lanier, her husband Addison, is a direct descendant of Mary Henry.
Wow.
And
Oh.
he came and spoke at our chapter and talked about inheriting some of the Henry estates and so forth, because I believe she didn't have children. Or
She
did.
had
Did,
two, and
but
they both
died
died young.
Two
Yeah.
sons.
Teenage years.
So I don't know, but Addison Lanier would be an excellent person if you ever have an event where you would like the descendant of Mary Henry.
What is his last name?
Lanier.
Okay.
Lanier.
L-A-N-I-E-R.
Okay.
And Dr. Lewis, I can get you a contact information number. As soon as I get back to my chair, I just want to memorize, because you know their names are in your.
Yeah, it's hard to keep keep track.
Addison is his first name.
Okay.
A-D-D-I-S-O-N, and then Lanier, L-A-N-I-E-R.
Okay, thank you.
Does he live here? Yes, they live,
That's terrible.
it might be Columbia Township, it's, up near Ivy Hills and that area.
That might be Newtown.
Are your members
Newtown,
all,
that's a
You know,
there's
we,
76 members, they're not all Mariemont residents? or-
No, I live in Montgomery. She lives in Loveland. Yeah, they're just Milford,
Marymount.
We know one of you is from Mariemont.
Cincinnati, all over.
Is it the only chapter in Cincinnati? I'm assuming, no?
We have, I would say, we could say there's
Which-
three, and maybe
Well,
the
there's
fourth
some-
one if we count Liberty Township up in Northern.
There's about
So,
4.
but there's a Cincinnati chapter, and there's a Hopewell, which is in the Liberty Township area, it's a new one, been around 5 years. And then we have Clough Valley, which is more, Claremont County,
I'd love to know.
in eastern Hamilton County, and then Mariemont, that's right here. So if anyone thinks they have, an ancestor in
That fought in the
the
revolution.
Revolution, come see us, you can.
I know my grandfather didn't fight in World War II.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yep, thank you.
So when I zoom by,
It'll be there.
You expect to see it, all right, you'll see it.
It'll be there.
Thank you. If you want, you can just write it down.
No. Just say, yeah, but it would be a nice
Oh,
addition.
nobody does it. My husband's and my kids, that's it.
Do you have one in
No.
All right,
We
you
need it.
ready? Want to get back to the minutes? Any questions regarding the minutes from the last meeting? No. No?
Thank
No? All right, a motion and a second to accept the minutes.
I motion.
Second.
Second, Mr. Ayers.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
And Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
All right, we'll accept those minutes. All right, in communications tonight, as you can see, it's kind of light, but we're going to have Mr. Holloway give us a little bit of an update on the Dogwood Park status developments, ongoing concerns, whatever else I'm leaving out.
He reluctantly gets up.
Yeah, is there a specific question that anybody has? that
Well,
I
if you
can-
might just give us like a quick overview of the status of the project. I know
Okay.
we're nearing completion, things are finishing up.
Yeah.
On the ball fields.
So just a rough idea on the Dogwood project. We probably started, this was before I actually got more involved. I think Matt was probably the instigator in maybe May of last year-ish, where there was some work done that we started the initial cleanup of the perimeter of the ballpark. And then things got slowed down a little bit until completion of the baseball season. And I think in earnest, the group that was awarded the business Team All Sports has been on site since middle of August. Unfortunately, they haven't been very productive over the last, call it, month or so since the last big snowstorm. So they've basically been shut down and hopefully mobilizing again in another couple weeks to finish things up. Team All Sports, just to give you a sense, we're under our budgeted amount that we had planned for the baseball fields, so much so that we also were able to added a change order completion of the loop trail, all for about $637,000, just if people want to know rough numbers. I think we're actually trending a little bit below there, so there could be some other punch list items we can get in there. And then maybe people are aware the next chunk of priorities was going to go work on the tot lot. We've actually put together a bid package, sent out a bid package, received bids. And I think in the interim, we also did some analysis or better understanding of what the available budget is. And I think we do have an issue with not necessarily being able to do the tot lot, just from looking at the numbers. What's currently available, this has nothing to do with Matt's potential other money out there, but given what we currently have on the books, we probably couldn't execute the tot lot the way we had originally had planned. So either we need to modify that plan or get some supplemental money to finish the tot lot. And that's
What's
it.
the difference? Well, congrats on the one piece of it, so.
Well, we had to make some choices too. I'm on it, just the way we were able to deliver. We changed quite a bit from the original Kleiner's execution for the baseball fields. Originally, there was a plan that was much more intensive of removing a lot of fill dirt and earth that was going to be involved in the infield area. And we basically decided that was probably not good value. So we've kind of done some localized patching of elevations and then took some of the dirt from the infields that we were going to put new drainage tile in and build up the perimeter, and we're able to do that. So like I said, that was a pretty good cost savings, much better than what our general contractor bids when we rejected all of them probably a year and a half ago.
So could I ask, what is the difference between what's allocated and the lowest bid for the tot lot?
Well, I think we were always assuming that we were going to spend about $350,000 to $400,000 on the tot lot.
Okay.
About half of that on equipment, meaning the new play elements, and about half on the infrastructure, which is rework to the fencing, getting the grades right, and then doing something in the inside. Originally, I think it was envisioned to be a port-in-place surface to provide a fall protection zone under the equipment, and I think we've now migrated to a synthetic turf option, which we think is probably a little bit lower cost and maybe easier to maintain and hopefully a little longer life. So my best guess is we're probably $150,000 to $200,000 short to do what I'd consider to be the current base plan for the tot lot.
And how much did we save on the loop trail?
Just on the loop trail itself, probably about $40,000 or $50,000
How much did you say we were short? What was that amount?
to do the tot lot. The way the tot lot is envisioned, probably $150,000 to $200,000.
And can we move the 50,000 of savings to the tot lot budget? Or is that
Essentially, yes. That's
Yeah, I mean,
so-
it all stays within the same fund.
Okay.
right. There's no
Sorry,
reason why we
Amanda.
couldn't take any under delivery on the loop trail and baseball field and apply it to that.
And back to the fields with the savings. I know originally the plan was to grade it, level it, so that we don't have all of the water issues. Did that still happen, or am I hearing that got changed a little bit?
It got changed some.
Okay.
So, yeah, we did some amount of leveling, but not to the degree where we stripped everything off and created what I consider a very intricate 3D laser map of the whole infield and crowned it differently than what we ended up doing. But the ball fields themselves will shed water. And I mean, we've had some rainy days here, and I've gone out there and had looks, and I don't think it's tragic. I mean, I don't think the Reds would maybe want to play there, but I think it's good enough for our kids. That's my opinion.
What about the dogwood trees?
The dogwood trees have not been ordered. I was requested by a council person about we should get on ordering those, but it's probably just getting together with setting the priorities for the money we have, as well as maybe understanding the money that could be coming in and figuring out what we want to do.
So it's a money thing for the trees, I mean.
Well,
Well, everything's a money thing, but yeah.
But is it a good time now to sit down and go over kind of the whole budget and what the things, setting the top lot aside for just a moment, we have the dogwood trees to put in, we have the security cameras to put in, we have the pads and benches to put in. I think we have a water fountain or two. We have.
Water fountains, we have
a
maybe
park-
addressing the parking area,
We have a parking area.
some signage, yeah.
And signage, those are the big ones that come to mind. Would we be able, I think it's possible, once we go through the budget, everybody goes through the budget, and we go through it in Health and Rec Committee and so forth, with the funds that are coming in from our congressional, from the community project funding, that's $330,000 for dogwood. So it seems like, and then there's also what Bill and I have talked about, the possibility that with an influx of some cash from the MPF money into the fund, kind of like, just sort of like moving it here and over there. If we can spend more on the project, then we're gonna gain another $80,000 from our Land and Water Conservation Fund grant, which is a bonus. But it seems like it's the way that things are headed, and I don't, is that if we can leave some money left over plus the 300,000 coming from the community project funding, we can do a heck of a job on the tot lot, but it's going to take a while, because those wheels, we're going to be working with the housing and urban development, and those wheels are going to turn slowly.
Right. So I don't know if it's better to discuss of the, call it the $150,000 to $200,000 that we think is unencumbered now,
Uh-huh.
and say, what do we want to do with those priorities? And whether or not you'd come up with different priorities if you combine that with the other piece of money. I don't have a great answer for you, but you could do it both ways.
Could do both, yeah.
Could we somehow get like a written summary that says, what's been spent, what all the sources of different revenue were, because there's a lot of moving parts, what is only meant for this X, like some people made donations for only the tot lot maybe, or could we get a summary of that, just so we can get a good financial picture of the cash flow? And
Yeah, I think we can we have sort of a framework of a summary. We could probably clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I
have
don't
a
know if it's
question
gonna
about-
necessarily change things, but it's
Well, I don't-
an easy exercise.
I just would like to see it so I can understand it.
Okay.
I have a question about, you said that 635 was what has been spent on the ball fields and the loop trail so far?
We haven't spent all that money, but that's
But
what
that's
we've
what- yeah.
reserved, so call it from
Okay.
our dogwood fund.
That's what I was wondering, if that was from, I know there were some private donations for the ball field, like, is that all, is any of that money coming from the funding that we just got? Or is that already,
That's all
we already
previously
have all
raised.
that and
Yeah,
that's
it's
what I was-
previously raised.
Okay.
Some of it was a couple individual contributors, and some of it was from the Emory Foundation, so it was a combination of a variety of different sources. And then we received two, call it 100% matching grants, one for 98 or 100,000, one for another 69, and then we've got this 40% match for this $500,000, of which, unfortunately, currently, we don't have enough private donations to deliver enough
To get the full
budget to
half.
get that money back, if that makes sense.
Well, it could
How
be up to
short are-
50%, but it's 40% now because we don't have enough money to spend.
Yeah, I don't know if the 40% is negotiable to 50%, but I understand the point.
Yeah.
How much more do you
You're
need to get
absolutely
the,
right.
Yeah.
Of private donations or donations in general?
To get
I
the-
think Matt's question will be as well, could this 936 be reimbursable? I don't have the answer to that question.
I don't think we have the answer to that question.
Right.
I don't understand what's the,
Could that appropriated amount from HUD be used as part of our match? Could we actually get 40% return on some of that investment?
I'm not sure about the answer to that question. The one thing I am sure about is that when we submit our information to HUD, which is going to be months from now, because it might be as much as a couple months before they even send their letter of invitation to us. But one thing is for sure is that we need to lay out exactly, we have to send them the whole budget for the whole project, and then we have to delineate exactly what we're spending the HUD money on. So, I mean, those are the things that we're going to have to work on, and that's why it might be in simple logic that if the tot lot is kind of, we use the HUD money for tot lot, it's just kind of an easy, clean break, so we don't have all these different things mixed up, because we have all these different grants and funding sources and all that stuff.
I think we need to be really careful to make recommendations in here, since it wasn't on the
Yeah, I mean, it's
agenda.
not what,
Well, that's true, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
just
here-
I
information.
think we have to
Just
still go back to
information.
committee. I think
Yeah.
people, I had an earlier conversation with you, and you said if we get the matching money, in some ways it will cost us money to do prevailing wages. So what's the trade-off
I
there?
don't,
Yeah, so not necessarily the 100%, that's free and clear, but there's always a challenge, for instance, to get this additional money that's only matched at 40%, we then have to follow the rules of prevailing wage in Hamilton County. So we have to pay people oftentimes more than what they would normally make to do the job, just to get money back. So in reality, it may not provide the kind of savings we're delivering, because the vendors mark this up because they know they have to pay their guys more, so we get money back. So it's a little bit convoluted, but that's,
Yeah, I understand that.
Don't we have to pay those prevailing wages anyway? Because for the pool, I know we had to pay them, and those were all private donations.
Right, because it's a
it depends on the funding source and how much that piece of work is worth. But there is certain work we could execute that's outside of what's required for prevailing wage.
The rules.
But it wouldn't have been the whole Fields project, because that would have been way over this
That's correct.
$80,000 threshold, so we would have been paying prevailing wage anyway.
Just a general comment, particularly based on Matt's recent, I think we should consider, I'll call wrapping up this phase of the Dogwood Park project.
I don't think
Or
we
did-
should be making recommendations.
yeah, we,
Right.
Well, no, okay, I'm not, I think we should do that, particularly because we might be waiting a long time for HUD. And so, let's get as much done as we can now.
maybe
And
do a meeting.
yeah,
Yeah.
those
Meeting,
things,
Yep.
again, those things will
Committee
go back
meeting.
into your committee, and that. and-
I understand, but I'm
Much
just
greater
saying,
detail will be-
instead of waiting for
No.
mixing and commingling of funds, to Matt's point, if we could, spend this last 150, 200K in a judicious way to do what's best for the community.
No,
you
well,
know.
like I said, that, we'll decide that.
I agree, I'm,
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Any other quick questions to kind of wrap this up?
We have our grand opening for the Fields on the first week of May, and by that time, I think we want to have the dogwood trees planted, the sidewalk finished, so that we have a complete loop. And I think, and then just Team All Sports kind of trimming up what they're doing. That's pretty much, those are the big things, aren't they? Trimming some trees and things.
security
What's the,
system.
what's the timing for the parking lot? I know we were discussing that earlier in our committee. Do we have a timing for the parking
Again,
lot?
again.
Again, yeah,
we're
let's
talking
not,
about
let's not wander off into those discussions.
I'm not
I
trying to
mean,
wander off. I'm asking a question to Rod about
I know.
the timing of the park, which is the,
So just the only information I can share just briefly is we've only allocated budget money for the walking trail and the baseball fields essentially today. There's no money committed to parking out of any funds currently.
And the sidewalk.
And the sidewalk, which is outside of this sort of thing, but yeah, the sidewalk that's parallel to Pleasant Street, yeah, is also funded on a separate source of money.
Well, that's the sort of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's part of the loop trail, right?
It's a quarter of the loop trail, yes.
Yeah, I mean, so so they're funded, the loop trail is essentially funded from two different sources at least, if not more.
Right, the paved portion is paid by SORTA, the other part is essentially from the Land and Water Conservation Grant.
And that was, we ended up with aggregate on that, or what was, it's gonna be a different material than?
Yeah, it's an aggregate.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I remembered that correct.
It is an aggregate.
It's been
yeah.
a while.
It'll have a binder in it to help pull it together.
It's essentially done, I don't know if people walked on it, it's settling in a little bit with the weather, but it's in.
I thought it was gonna have a color to it, or does it?
No, it's gray.
Oh,
Color
some reason I thought it
unfortunately
was
added a
gonna-
lot of money.
Okay, let's,
oh, is that
Okay,
right?
really,
sit down,
we really need to wrap up here with this.
sit down, Rod.
Do we have any, this is my poor memory, do we have any issues with that parking lot? So the, is it legal? That's my vague recollection, but I don't remember. Are we allowed to, does it meet code? Is that the right word?
Are we still
You
talking
can, you
about
can
this?
say that, but, I mean, it's a very old parking lot, so I have no idea what standards was ever built to, but it's not rectangular. I mean, if people have seen it,
Can be
so.
grandfathered in, or,
Yeah, but there's nobody out there
Guys.
policing to tell us we have an illegal parking lot. I
Okay.
think the issue is, if we do make investments, we want to make sure it's conforms to what we'd consider to be good standards for highway, construction.
gotcha, okay, thank you.
Done.
All right, moving on.
I don't believe I called myself up here.
Thank you, Rod,
We
thank
haven't had an
you.
update on this, okay? So.
It is
But
helpful.
it's not
There's
on
been a lot of
it's
stuff
not
on
on
it.
the
It's
agenda.
not on the agenda.
Yeah, there's
What,
an
the,
updated.
an update wasn't on the agenda?
No.
But the mayor called for an update.
Well,
I
no,
appreciate the
I
update.
put
I thought it was
on.
very
Yeah,
helpful.
I put
Thank
it
you.
on.
No,
It's in pencil right here.
it's in the.
All right, we had a good update.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you.
All right, permission to address council.
But not Rod,
That was it.
not Rod.
All right, any question regarding the bills?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one right there.
Kind of a light bill list this time. No questions? If not, a motion in a
So
second.
moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Ayer.
Aye.
Brown eye?
Aye.
Dr. Lewis?
Aye.
Mrs. Stock?
Hi.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
And Mrs. Wells?
Aye.
All right, let's pay some bills. I don't believe we have any committee reports tonight. So moving on to miscellaneous. Again, the nominations for Outstanding Citizen of the Year are due to Mrs. Van Pelt by March the 10th, which is coming up here.
Yes.
So get your ideas in. Oh, yeah, we're going to refer the mayor's discretionary spending to rules and law.
Wait,
Oh,
it says from rules and law.
To finance.
I said, well, that's what I meant. I'm from rules and law to finance. I'll finally get that.
He's having a
spelling
rough
right.
night.
I know,
Yeah.
Jeez, you need to
Yeah.
start whining and dining, man.
And just a quick note here that I added myself. The work today has started on the concourse for those of you who may have driven by or seen it over there. There's a lot of caution tape being set up. There's a tool trailer and so on and so forth. So basically, I'm going to be calling on and asking our residents to, please stay out of the area. Don't try and walk closely by to the work that's being done over there. There's a lot of scrap wood, there's a lot of nails, rusty nails, so on and so forth. I don't want to see anybody step on something or get snagged on a piece of wood. So it's kind of exciting. I didn't really think the guy was going to start today, given the chilliness of
Has
the
anybody
weather.
checked to make sure he's still alive over there?
Yeah, right. So, and in any event, it is underway.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's kind of huge. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it'll be good. All right, moving on to resolutions then.
Okay. This is a second reading to confirm the reappointment of Christopher M. Ertl as village engineer for calendar year 2026 and to set compensation.
Okay, second reading, any questions? I think we all pretty much know. Third reading next time.
All right, this is a second reading to confirm the reappointment of village zoning officer Rod Holloway for calendar year 2026 and to set compensation.
Any questions?
Are you sure, Rod?
Yes, I'm sure.
We need to discuss it.
He's doing a fine job, I will say. All right, third reading next time.
This is a second reading to confirm the reappointment of Kelly I. Rankin as village fiscal officer and to establish pay rate.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm so sure.
All right,
She loves her.
any questions, comments? She also is doing a fine job.
Thank you.
Third reading next time.
All right, this is a second reading to appoint Maggie Kenner and Richard L. Kay as a member of the Pool Commission for the calendar years 2026 and 2027.
All right, second reading. There's no questions. Third reading next time.
All right, this is a second reading, a resolution adopting the cybersecurity policy for village.
Again, I think we all know what this is. Any questions? Any questions? We good? Okay. Third reading next time.
All right, this is a first reading, Resolution transferring balance of funds in waiting pool project fund to permanent improvement fund.
Okay, that's just the first reading. We'll have the second reading next time. If you have questions, hold them until then, please.
All right,
All
this
right,
is,
now hopefully we're going to bunch
Yes.
of people together here.
yes, okay.
Thank you.
This is a first reading to appoint William Brown and Bob Van Stone as a member of the Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar year 2026 and to declare emergency.
Well, are you going to name everybody?
Well, those are the only
Those
ones
are only-
for 2026.
Those are the only ones for
Oh, for
2026.
2026. All right, you've had the first reading. I need a motion and a second to suspend the rules and allow for the second reading, please.
Well, I'm just curious, why is it an emergency?
Well, because we need to put that, we need to get that group together because we have,
All the terms that expired
Expired.
by accident.
so we're kind of playing, we're trying to play catch up.
Okay,
here.
I just wondered.
Can I add one more thing?
Sure,
I'll be brief this time.
sure.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
We did get an application, which is necessitating us getting together, which we hadn't received an application in 4.5 years.
Yeah,
That sounds like an emergency.
sounds urgent.
That's a good reason.
Where-
least
yeah,
on
tell
our
us-
end.
Tell us who the application is from, can you?
It's from a resident down in the
Oh, yeah.
new steam plant area.
Steam plant.
Condominiums down.
Coincidentally, I received one today from somebody on Nolan Circle who did some recent work there. So I think I'll get a second application.
Okay.
Okay, did I have a motion and a second to suspend the rules?
No.
No, I need that.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells. May we have the second reading, please?
To appoint William Brown and Bob Van Stone as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar year 2026.
Okay, any discussion? I think that's excellent choice.
At least one.
No, marginal choices.
May we have the third reading, please?
To appoint William Brown and Bob Van Stone as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar year 2026.
All right, a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Ms. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
I need a motion and a second to evoke the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone. Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, this is a first reading to reappoint Chad Osgood, Charlie Thomas, Lisa Wharton, Rod Holloway, and, never mind, Greg Long's got to go separate, as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
All right, you've heard the first reading, a motion and a second to suspend the rules and allow for a second and third reading.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
And Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
May we have the second reading, please?
To reappoint Chad Osgood, Charlie Thomas, Lisa Wharton, and Rod Holloway as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
Okay, any discussion? Same thing. Why we're doing it. Okay. May we have the third reading, please?
To reappoint Chad Osgood, Charlie Thomas, Lisa Wharton, Rod Holloway as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
Okay. Motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
Okay. Motion and a second to suspend the rules, or not to, to evoke the emergency clause, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
Okay. This is a first reading to appoint Greg Long as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
Okay, you've had the first reading, a motion and a second to suspend the rules and allow for the second and third.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Air.
Aye.
Susan.
Close enough.
Mrs. Brown
Aye.
Knight. Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
And Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
All right, second reading, please.
To appoint Greg Long as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
Okay, may we have then third reading?
To appoint Greg Long as a member of Community Reinvestment Area Housing Council for the calendar years 2026 and 2027, and to declare emergency.
All right, a motion to adopt.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Ayer.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
All right, motion and a second to evoke the emergency clause.
So moved?
Second.
Mr. Ayer.
Aye.
Mrs. Brown Knight.
Aye.
Dr. Lewis.
Aye.
Mrs. Stock.
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone.
Aye.
Mrs. Wells.
Aye.
All right.
Okay. This is a second reading to repeal ordinance number 0625 pertaining to maximum pay rates for all grades of recreation employees, and to enact new legislation pertaining to maximum pay rates for all grades of recreation employees.
Okay, that is the second reading. Do you have any questions?
No.
No? All right, we'll have the third reading next time.
This is a second reading to amend ordinance 0925 of the Mariemont Code of Ordinances to increase payment for employees.
That is, of course, the second reading. Any questions regarding that? No? No? Okay, we'll have the third reading next time.
Can
This
I
is
ask?
amazing.
Wait a
It is.
second.
No.
I have one quick question. Oh,
There's one, we didn't just, there's a resolution, we skipped over the wading pool.
I thought-
No, we read it.
we read it.
Did we do
Okay.
that one? Okay.
Very fast.
I missed
Yep.
it.
Were you able to
Did
do
I
three
vote?
in a row because
You did.
That was the emergency?
Yeah, they were
I could've
all for the
sworn
same.
They were all the same.
Same
Remember that.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the dates were the same.
That's embarrassing.
but since you were, but that was,
That's what I'm.
we agreed that it was an emergency, so you were able to do it instead of waiting every
Yeah.
week, do it once a week, okay?
Yeah, exactly, gets it all.
It's basically because time is of the essence.
Right, right.
Quickly, anything?
Yes, I have a quick question. What is the like, where in an agenda, or does it make sense to update the council and the community around the theater? How would that look?
Well, a good point. Tonight is not the night to do that.
That's why
because
I'm
we
asking.
don't have any, I don't have any fresh information. I don't think you do. I don't know whether you do.
I think Allison would be amenable to coming into addressing council. And did everybody get a chance to meet Allison
Allison West,
at the day of the?
yeah.
Well, she could come for,
I
you
think
know,
there's a possibility the theater does go dark soon, between council meetings. I don't know. So, but you're in the loop on that.
We're in the loop, and like I said, if some fresh information comes along, or as we sort of get fresh information, I've been trying to get it out, on the website, I've been trying to get it out, email blast, kind of a thing, keeping people in the loop as best that we can.
I think it would be good to put on the website too, in the email blast, some verbiage about the party that we're having on the 10th at the Exemplar.
Okay.
I don't know if you could handle that,
Of getting it on the website?
or just writing it and sending it
just,
to Allison.
just give it the narrative and then we can get it on.
Because I'd like to get that out,
On March 10th?
yeah.
5 to 7 p.m. at the
I don't want
Exemplar?
to bring it up to March 9th, so.
Yeah, and I have been answering a lot of emails, sort of relaying what I know, to this point. And apologizing for being a little vague, because it's sort of a fluid situation that's unwinding here, and we can't say with any certainty. Obviously, the transitional period that will be taking place, the ideal situation is to keep that as short as possible. But until they get out and the new ones get in, so to speak, and do an assessment of what is there, what is needed, so on and so forth, there's really no way to sit here tonight and make any kind of a prediction.
Yeah. But I think it's reasonable that there is an expectation the theater will go dark, likely soon, and there is a lot of work being done to get the lights back on.
Back on.
ASAP.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, I even hate to sort of sit here and say anything, but, 2 weeks or something like that, I think would be a reasonable length of time to sort of do a little quick transition, make assessments, and, get it back up and running. But a lot remains to sort of play out and be seen.
I think that's on the very, very.
Yeah, that's
most
optimistic, yeah.
optimistic
I'm an
side.
optimistic person.
She said up to 16 weeks in her presentation, right?
She said
Yeah.
up to 6.
What are you laughing at, Ed? I know what you're laughing at.
Anything else? All right, we're adjourned.